Hello and a very warm welcome to my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news. Meghan desperate for out of money and wanted to publish the book now. But she was slammed for want shatter her image as a rude and demanding diva. Today, an insider exclusively told DailyMail.com, Meghan Markle wants the biography on her and Prince Harry's life to be released sooner rather than later because she believes the book will set the record straight on why they chose to leave the royal family and help give them a clean slate. She believes that the book's sales will exceed all limits. The upcoming book titled Finding Freedom is set to be released worldwide online on August 11, with the hard copy on sale from August 20. But Meghan wants the publication date bumped up, with a friend explaining, they encountered a number of troubling cost problems. If Meghan had it her way, the book would be released tomorrow instead of 3 months from now. She said the book will finally set the record straight and show the world why they were left with no other choice than to leave the royal life. Another friend said that things must be getting desperate in Los Angeles, running out of funds, running out of friends. She played a very bad hand when she disrespected the Queen. She lost a lot of celebrity sympathy. Also, Hollywood can smell desperate a mile away. After, she blamed her family, her ex-friends, the press, the British royal family. Now the only one left for her to turn on is Harry. Besides that, Daily Mail also revealed, Meghan wants readers to understand her life hasn't been a fairy tale, see the genuine person that she is, and wants to shatter this image of being a demanding diva, the insider added. Despite their mega-rich friends and high-flying lifestyle, Meghan desperately wants to shatter this image of being a demanding diva who was rude to royal staffers and others on her quest for fame and power, the insider said. But she was slammed by many royal experts. Mr. Dickie Arbiter said on The Sun, this is the very root of their problems. She clearly sees herself as a victim and has completely failed to understand that this is a large part of the reason why she has received some bad press and simply comes across as entitled and unlikable. She isn't a victim. She only wants to play by her own rules, and requires the affirmation of everything she does. He continues, she seems totally self-absorbed and no book telling her side of any story is going to change that. It will no doubt compound our negative feelings for both her and Harry. She failed. Complete and utter failure. All of her scheming to make billions on a fake Clinton-style foundation, branding and marketing all gone. Pandemic took the remaining wind from her sails. She's demanding a huge payoff. Deluded really. Mr. Dan Wootton from The Sun also said, unfortunately, instead of deciding to step down quietly and forge a truly private life, they fought tooth and nail to keep all of their titles and privileges with none of the responsibilities to launch themselves on the world stage and earn a fortune. They can claim it was all twisted by the media, but they posted their demands on their own website. She is her own worst enemy. Also, according to reports, Meghan wants to pull the book buyer with the statement, the book will help give her and Harry a clean slate. Meghan seems to think that readers will finally understand the monumental anguish and turmoil she had to endure with a stiff upper lip. Meghan said people need to see her vulnerable side, something the book does in great detail. The friend added, I think Meghan wants people to feel sorry for her, or at least have compassion for her and all she's been through, which has been anything but a fairy tale. The insider also revealed the Duchess had plenty to say about what went into the book, much more than the public is being led to believe. The only way Finding Freedom was ever going to be published, was if Meghan had the final say and gave her seal of approval. In other words, Scooby and the other one were her ghostwriters and she is the one who controlled what was written. The entire book is her spin. How is that going to get anyone to change their minds? We saw Wimbledon. We read the manifesto. We heard you disrespect the Queen. We watched each and every time she deliberately tried to overshadow others' accomplishments. Does she think we didn't pay attention? Go away. This will only make you look worse. I didn't think that was possible. Meanwhile, another expert, Ms. Angela Levin, said that there are too many people working for the family that states how rude and condescending she is. She doesn't get along with the family, that much is clear. She doesn't have relationships with her own family or old friends. That says everything we need to know about her. Meghan herself and newer celeb friends saying she is sweet means zilch. She continues, of course, now is the perfect time to show you're really a soft and sensitive individual via a biography. Only a self-centered arrogant diva would demand a book all about them was released in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. To ignore the pain and suffering of millions around the world to further your own agenda takes a certain level of arrogance. Mr. Dickey also repeating, again, so tone-deaf to what is going on in the world right now. No one with a brain feels sorry for Markle. She was a grown woman with plenty of life experience when she married Harry. She was not a naive 19 years old. She is not the second coming of Diana. Have they even been married 2 years yet? Give me a break, Markle. It's pretty clear to all that you never intended to stay in the family and live a life of service. And many fans also slammed Meghan. The first wrote, if she was genuine and a true humanitarian, instead of the demanding diva many see her as, she'd reach out to her dad, she wouldn't have closed off an entire section at Wimbledon, she wouldn't have allowed that obscene, over-the-top New York City baby shower, she wouldn't have stood in a desperately poor nation and given a woe be me interview, and lastly, instead of mooching off of wealthy people, they should buy within their means. She's actually a calculating, cunning demanding diva. A fan agrees and reply, imagine what it must be like living with what goes on in her head. I bet she hears voices constantly trying to figure out a way to make herself look good. She's grasping at anything that pops in her little brain and it's not going to work. If anything, it just digs a deeper hole she will never get out of. It must consume her every waking moment and dreams. She will never win, because, in the end, she chose to marry into that family. They're one of the oldest monarchies in the world with their own rules and customs. She married the grandson of the reigning queen. She didn't marry some distant cousin that might make the occasional appearance at a wedding or society party. She knew what she was getting into. I hope it backfires. She was given everything and she complained. Another added, not buying what you're selling, Meghan. The very fact you have taken your child away from his family, namely great-grandmother, and country speaks volumes to your character. It's sorely lacking. What a disgrace this person is. She never wanted to be a part of the royal family. She just wanted to promote her Hollywood status and was willing to use anyone including henpecked Harry to get there. What a phony. But, the second wrote, the woman is utterly delusional. It's quite spectacular how little understanding she has about how the vast majority of the public view her. I hope her book does get published. Harry, of course, will have no say in the matter because it'll finish her off for good. No one views this obnoxious pair as victims, but they see themselves in this light all the time. They're well suited to each other. The book will be a sham, it'll be a hoot, but it will be entirely her view of things, so none of it will be true. Meanwhile, another fan explains, and whoever thought her life was a fairy tale anyway? She's the one who crafted the perfect blog influencer life. No one else. From the perfect daddy to the free spirit mother. The State Department internship that was built into something it never was to give her more gravitas. The hordes of celebs at the wedding she'd never met before in her life. That was the image she crafted, not us. Most of us never bought it for 1 minute. We know her life wasn't a fairy tale. That's what she wanted us to believe. Because like all media creations she was crafting a lie. However, that doesn't change the fact that you are a selfish beast who is where you are because you have an unquenchable need to be the center of attention. You want to be admired by all. And you failed miserably. So cut your losses, can the PR teams, and live your private life. Like you claim you want. And the last one said, this is toe-curlingly embarrassing. Wants to set the record straight on her being a diva by demanding it's released now? Why would anyone pay money to read this heavily edited propaganda? It's just a vanity project. We are seeing the real reasons she wanted out of the royal family now. It had nothing to do with the press and everything to do with using her new title to achieve new levels of fame which she wouldn't have reached if it weren't for her husband. Can't do that by opening garden centers, so went to Los Angeles instead. You know, that most private of places. For me, I think that nobody ever believed it was a fairy tale. They believed it was a narcissistic, scheming woman who could not fit into the royal family. Why marry into it if you did not like their ways, and then kicked her toys out of the pram when she could not change things her way? So they fled the country and she cut Harry off, with endless lies about wanting privacy and normal life. Meanwhile, they search and search for new ways to boost their likability factor and make millions for doing little, as they preach how the rest of us should live. This book will be littered with lies. Read up on narcissism. That word is overused, but it fits Meg perfectly. She will never apologize for anything and will always believe she is in the right no matter what. Not to mention the lying and manipulation. They did not get what she wanted, so they left. Leave it at that, quit the drama and attention seeking. Everyone who ever met Meg and didn't stand to benefit from her has said the same about her real personality. And you? What do you think about Meghan? Please let me know in the comment section below and we talk about her. And remember to like and share my video if you see it is useful. Also subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to not miss the new video by our team. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.